I think Call of Duty is there right now. I think Halo has already met that, despite some positive impressions from Halo 5, at least the multiplayer.
Mm-hmm.
Now, see, I'm already getting resistance in this room.
From what? The multiplayer?
For the multiplayer of Halo 5.
I think it's solid.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Now, a lot of people I've heard think it's solid, and a lot of people I've heard, don't necessarily.
It's my
agree with
favorite.
it.
It's my favorite multiplayer.
Now, I'll kind of get to that. I'll kind of get to what's going on with Halo in a moment. But Call of Duty, they came out and said, we're going back to World War II. We're going to turn the clock back to 2005. We're going to put out a World War II game. Not a lot of artistic liberties you can have with World War II. I mean, we've played it a bunch of times, but here we are again. Destiny 2 on the horizon. So we're kind of at this pivotal point in all of these franchises where are we going to go? So I want to start at least with Halo.
Yeah.
343 admits that, okay, maybe we haven't learned from the past several games where we decided not to let you play as Master Chief.
Yeah.
And it turns out that people didn't really care for the campaign in Halo 5 because you didn't get to play as Master Chief.
And the marketing was misleading.
The marketing was very misleading, yes.
Yeah.
The marketing was incredibly misleading. So do you think it's a good idea for them to kind of double down on the Master Chief side and go head first back into this lore here? Now, you're not really the campaign guy.
I'm not really a campaign guy, but I know a lot of people that are.
I don't understand where that mindset is coming from. Since Halo 3, Halo's been about multiplayer for me. That would be like if somebody was like, oh man, I played Black Ops 2, but it didn't have all the characters I love from Black Ops 1. It's just like, that's your complaint.
Well, there's more to it than that. No, it was just a bad campaign.
Halo has continuity with all of its stories. So it has a lore and an arc that goes within all of the games. So there are people that do play it for the single player.
I
more so than I'd say the Call of Duty games.
But that shouldn't be something that a company's like, I guess
that's half the game right there.
I guess.
Half is single and then multiplayer.
I love Titanfall. I don't know.
Halo is one of those that I feel like, honestly, you're getting half and half. Call of Duty, I feel like the campaign is there.
Give a shit.
For people that don't want to do multiplayer.
They put more work in the fucking zombies than they do in the campaign. Some games.
Zombies
depends on who's making it. Yeah.
Well, there was more to it than them you not playing as Master Chief. Because I'm not a big campaign guy, but I did play this campaign. Yes. I played co-op. And a lot of it was apparently they had spread the story out so that you wouldn't understand everything unless you had played all the games plus read the comic books plus read the novels.
Yeah.
And that's terrible storytelling.
That's a tough ask.
It's really dumb.
You should be able to get the nucleus of the story by playing the game.
Yeah.
And then that other stuff, the peripheral stuff, fills out the back. Call of Duty World War II. We're back in World War II. Omaha. Normandy.
The trailer looks awesome.
That's where I'm at right now. Is like I didn't really get into
bolt action rifle.
Infinite Warfare. I thought that game was garbage, but I do like Call of Duty. Like I really love Black Ops 3, and Black Ops 2 is pretty solid. Modern Warfare 2 pretty good. Modern Warfare 3 was okay. Like I love those. So, and this is
it's a Sledgehammer production.
Their previous production was Advanced Warfare, correct?
I believe so.
Yeah,
I think so. Which didn't do that well, to be honest. So I honestly feel like they saw, like I know a lot of people see that and they go, "Oh, Battlefield did World War I, so they just did World War II."
It's been in production for a long time.
And maybe that did have something like some effect on it. But even if that's the case, it's still gonna probably play like Call of Duty.
Yeah, they're definitely going to benefit from going back to World War II because some people have actually been clamoring for that. It has been 12 years since the last Call of Duty.
Did you see the other trailer that got leaked from Call of Duty as well? So there was the announcement trailer.
And then the single
10 years, something like that.
No. Then there was what? Well, they didn't say what it was. It's just the video exists. I wish I had it. I'm gonna bring it up into the video.
What do you think it is?
So what it shows is two players on a cliff. And they're World War II dudes, and they're just on a cliff, and they're overlooking the cliff. And as the camera pans up, it goes down, and there's I would say easily 100 other players with their gamer tags above their head.
I have some context for you of what that is.
Okay.
They said that
I think it's
this
the game
Call
hub.
of Duty World War II, which I think is what they're calling it, Call of Duty World War II.
Call of Duty World War II.
It will have a Destiny-esque social space,
which is cool as fuck. That's awesome.
So similar to, what was it, The Last City in Destiny?
Which apparently is gone now.
Tower.
So like a hub where you can talk to people and be like, "You want to play a game?"
Yeah.
You could probably set up like
Can you poop on people?
A hub where you could probably like gear
Teabag
up and stuff like that.
I think that
sounds like they're going to take a Destiny-ish, Division-ish, like social aspect that more than just I'm in my game lobby, let's go fuck, you know. Then
you want some fuck?
you want some fuck? Making fuck. I think that you'll probably have a little bit of customization options with your character. I mean, I know Brown was pretty popular around World War II.
Pretty fucking awesome. Brown's a good color, man.
Hey, well, but I'm just talking about we're gonna take effectively a completely different game style and apply it to something that already exists.
I thought it was gonna be like a Battlefield type thing, like where you have all those people fighting the same battle.
Hope not. I really hope not.
It looks like it's a friendly zone, and then that's where you would kind of gear out and get ready and go into game lobbies and stuff like that.
I don't think Call of Duty will work with massive groups of people playing. That's not what that game's about. That being said, this game taking place in World War II, like I think I'm more leaning towards actually buying this one, just because I didn't really like Infinite Warfare, especially if they do what they did with Infinite Warfare, where they did like a beta or like some kind of way.
Well, there is a beta right now. If you pre-order it on Amazon for $0 down, you will get a beta code.
Don't pre-order anything.
Oh yeah, no. Let's just fucking invest hundreds of dollars into a game that's not coming out.
Yeah,
Star Citizen's not coming out.
It's the same thing. It's worse actually. But I don't know. Like I don't like the fact that these three companies are making Call of Duty. I was all for it. Like 3 years ago, Joe was like super like, yeah, awesome. That means that each game will be
the
like
game will have longer development cycles.
I would prefer if they. This sounds really bad, but if they fired like half of each of the staffs and just made one company that made Call of Duty.
And then have a Call of Duty every couple years?
Yeah.
Instead of every year?
Instead of every year. Well, the thing is, though, Call of Duty, even though it comes out every year, it technically comes out every 3 years because there's 3 different companies.
Yeah, for those specific companies, they pump out a game every 3 years.
If at this point, if you're liking Call of Duty, especially if you're really into it for the story or zombies or whatever, don't look at it as though that game is coming out every year. Just because Call of Duty is on the top, like on the big thing, that is it's.
I think people kind of have an idea, like they're either Team Treyarch or they're team, team something.
If you like all of them, or you find something enjoyable about all of them, the way I look at them now is I just erase Call of Duty. Black Ops came out 1 year. Black Ops 2, like they're their own. Like they're their own games. Like what I'm saying. Like it's not.
Get rid of that branding and understand that they're all shooters.
If you erase Call of Duty off the top of the case, then it's just.
So let's talk about a game that is actually doing something that Call of Duty was trying to do, and that's Destiny. 10 years, a 10-year plan for Destiny.
They fucked themselves.
So here comes Destiny 2, and we've talked about that before as well. But now we've got this game that is essentially going to be coming out in the face of all of these other mega franchises that are, one, trying to reestablish themselves, two, trying new things, and maybe Destiny's not so different anymore.
I am afraid that they go down the Borderlands route, which is what that trailer looked like to me.
With humor?
Well, not just humor, with it not taking itself serious at all.
So it doesn't take itself serious. Like the lore is almost comedy,
which is okay. Like maybe they can make it work, but I like Borderlands, but I don't like. I hate when a game is trying to make me laugh. That's not why I go to games for. It's
because that's a very specific brand of humor. Now that kind of rings a bell because I remember reading an article recently.
I thought the trailer was funny and I did enjoy it. I thought it was.
I remember reading an article recently. I forgot what articles were called for a second. They wanted to have a community akin to a World of Warcraft, and then I saw that trailer and I was like, God, this just reeks of like those shitty World of Warcraft. Yeah. Now, yell at me all you fucking want. Blizzard, World of Warcraft, I spent 6 years in that game. So did I. So I'm allowed to say that some of those lore videos were shitty. It's the same thing that you were talking about where like it's a specific brand of humor. And like if it's directed at me, it's missing. Like, I don't know if I'm Neo and I'm like, no, it's fucking not funny.
It's just, when a game is trying really hard to be funny, it usually does.
You can't try too hard.
Borderlands 2, boner farts.
Right. It's like
boner farts, hilarious.
But that being said, the humor in that trailer was fucking spot on. I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was really good.
I thought that specific trailer fit. I didn't hate that trailer.
I thought it was awesome.
But I did like once I heard that there was like World of Warcraft-esque, then I kind of got an idea of the audience that they wanted to go after and the things that those people find funny. And maybe I'm segregating like an entire section of like the nerd culture, but I just did that. So what are you gonna do about it? Like,
well, hopefully they can mix it into some of the more serious aspects of the game.
How do you guys think that thing's gonna do on PC?
I think there's going to be a lot of demand for it at first, but they're going to have to handle with extra care because PC gamers are the most like finicky fucking like pixel counting motherfuckers on earth.
Oh yeah.
And if they feel as though that game was held back one iota, and I got one too.
Yeah.
I love PCs.
Like I'm in a really.
If they feel it was held back at all because of the consoles, then they're gonna shit on it. They're gonna shit on it just because of that.
It's gonna be that way.
But I'm not concerned about that. I'm just more concerned about the community. Like because you have an adoption rate from last year, or not last year, but whenever Destiny came out, was 2013, 14. You have a
the year that
10 years.
The year that Star Citizen came out.
Oh yeah, he's right.
Yeah, it's not coming out.
I played it.
Not happening.
It's not good.
Yeah, you played a second of it.
Yeah,
you played a portion of it. You played about 1%. It's not coming out.
Not even but no, like they built up a community on PlayStation and Xbox, and I'm curious as to who are the players that will be playing Destiny on PC.
I think that's why they drop a name like World of Warcraft. Like it was a Bungie employee, an Activision Blizzard, like under the same umbrella. They're like, hey, we want to reach out and create this community similar to a World of Warcraft. Boom, right across the hall, Blizzard.
Yeah.
Not literally, but those people perk their ears up and go, oh. So they're looking for those guys that do dailies and have a raid calendar, and they want to be all in. They were so careful to call it an MMO. Like, we're coming out with not an MMO. It's called Destiny. And now they're like, we want it to be like World of Warcraft, which is the quintessential MMO.
Yeah. I think if they market this correctly, they can steal a lot of players from a couple of games. I think the big one is going to be Warframe.
Warframe, yeah. That's the easiest like analog.
And the biggest reason I think is because Warframe's end game right now is cosmetics.
Yeah.
It's like they literally have competitions on who has the prettiest looking Warframe, who has the most badass looking Warframe. It's like just that's the end game of that game right now, and a lot of people are just like, hey, I'm out. And then there's the Division people. I think they'll probably flock over to it.
Oh yeah.
If they didn't already on console, I'll definitely do it on PC. And there was one more that it's eluding me now. Oh shit! I know. I just thought of another game that I kind of wanted to talk about if we have time.
Prey?
No, fuck that game. I'm not buying that game. That game looks like shit.
At least it's coming out.
It is coming out.
It's a participation award.
Battlefront 2.
Yep.
Battlefront 2?
Star Wars Battlefront 2.
I think they're different enough where I think those are going to both code.
No, I don't think it's going to suck people from it.
Here's why the campaign to Battlefront 2 will matter. It's canon. And
I heard about that.
Disney, when they purchased the rights to Lucasfilm and Star Wars in 2012, they nuked the expanded universe. And they said the only thing that are canon right now are the Clone Wars cartoons and the 6 movies. So Rebels came out. They relaunched the Marvel comics. They've started launching their own books as well. And they're rebuilding the expanded universe. They came out and said the story to Battlefront 2, which spans Return of the Jedi up to The Force Awakens, 30 years of lore. And I'm sure there will be plenty of time skips.
Yeah.
This fills in a lot of the gaps that you might have there about what the Empire did, how they became the First Order, and it's canon. And it also gives you some background on Luke Skywalker, who has fucking nothing in the new version of the expanded universe. Everything else is Legends. It doesn't count anymore. There's nothing with Luke after Return of the Jedi. This is the first thing with Luke after Return of the Jedi.
I would be very surprised if they actually expand it in a significant way. Like I expect it to be like, here's your 6 missions for each movie.
You are a female commander of like an elite stormtrooper group that was on Endor that watched the Death Star explode, and then you have to figure out what the fuck is next.
Yeah.
And a lot of people think, oh well, they beat the Empire there, right? No, they kept fighting for years after that.
They also already spoiled like the end of it. Like they already said that she's gonna turn. which is stupid.
I didn't see that. I didn't see that.
They were like, I forget.
Sucks.
It was. I think it was in like a presser where they were like, expect to see her character change her views like over the course of the game.
I've seen a brief amount of like description of like a behind the closed doors like dialogue, one of the cutscenes where she's given it to Luke and she's just like, and you look, no, it's not like the fucking suicide by cock or anything like that. It's
what
you were on the computer, man. It's fine.
I'm so confused.
She's yelling at him. She's yelling at him in the story mode in a cutscene regarding, and I can't say this is 100% true because it was a person behind closed doors. Got to see it at Star Wars Celebration that was in Orlando recently.
Oh shit! Okay.
And
fucking insider mark.
And here's where yes, yes, and here's where it gets interesting because then you get to see the Empire's point of view, not like they're evil and they wear red and black sometimes.
Which I love stories like that.
She comes at him and she goes, "Motherfucker, you killed." She didn't call him motherfucker, but
she should have.
You killed
been great.
hundreds of thousands of people when you blew up the Death Star.
Yeah.
Like families, friends, like people I knew.
Yeah.
You have destroyed any chance of there being peace in this galaxy forever. And he looks back at her and he goes, "I know." And that kind of sheds some light as to why he might be a broken shell of himself in the new movies.
You telling me that scene?
Yeah,
I'm pre-order it.
Like, because it gives you a completely different perspective. Because in the 70s and 80s, it was they destroyed the Death Star. Yay! The fucking
love that. I love stories
like everyone's
that.
excited.
Well,
but then you get the other perspective where she's like, "You killed people I knew, hundreds of thousands of people in a terrorist attack against like
that's
a
what it
state,
is. Yeah,
against a state-run." Like base
that makes it so much more interesting if you're gonna make it.
And you have to remember in the lore. This is now a Star Wars conversation.
I'm sorry.
In the lore, the
apologize.
Empire didn't tell everyone we blew up Alderaan with the Death Star.
How many minutes?
There were rumors about that. So
how many minutes were we at?
They for all they knew, it was an accident.
Yeah, fleshing out these people.
It goes back to Halo, where we talk about fleshing out the lore and paying attention to the things that you care about, and there is an audience for that. Now, Battlefront's multiplayer, we already know exactly what that's going to be. But that's where it kind of adds a little bit of extra.
A lot of things,
I think there's going to be some changes.
What I want, vehicles I can get into, not like power-ups that I run across. And now I'm an X-Wing.
So what they said was they liked that system, but they heard the feedback from people about, especially where those power-ups were. It was like, they would put them in like right where you spawn, so nobody would actually play the game. They would just wait for the fucking. So like
it didn't like the system that they had going on. They were trying to make the game be played in one way, and it wasn't fun that way.
I feel like people should.
And that's when the later DLC came out in phases, where they'd be like, "This game mode is a phase, and you start by flying, and then you transition to being on the ground, and then maybe you transition back into flying later on."
I like
that. But they controlled the flow of how the game was played, and that was in direct response to what was going on with those other games. I don't think you necessarily have that problem with games like Halo and Call of Duty and Destiny's multiplayer.
Just get in the vehicle and go.
Probably gonna play some Battlefront tonight now. I'm
all fucking worked up.
Yeah, I'm worked up on Star Wars right now. I need to.
Do these franchises have enough juice left to kind of lead the first-person shooter genre into this next like quasi generation, the Scorpio, the Pro, all that stuff? PC.
I think Halo and Call of Duty have. I think they're gonna be fine. I'm curious about Destiny though.
So you don't think the sun is setting on any of these franchises? You think that
now
is the time?
I mean, even if it is, they still sell well.
I think Halo could see a bad future.
Sure.
I think that the new hardware that's coming out might boost something potentially.
Yeah.
And the fact that they're learning from their mistakes. They are also bringing back couch co-op. Campaign.
that was fun for me. I know that might not be like a requirement.
Yeah.
But it's cool that it's there.
A lot of people were mad when it wasn't available on the new one, on the Halo 5. But it's going to be available in the new one, so.
Right.
And you get to play as Master Chief.
So I talked about bullshit for like 20 minutes now. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good.
But let us know what you guys think in the comments section. If you like me, hit like. If you don't. It happens. Want to talk Star Wars?
If you don't, still hit like though.
Yeah, we need your help. So
do it.
I'd appreciate it. Personal favor. Least you can do with all that money you don't have.
I will give you a single chocolate chip from my chocolate chip cookie.